What would you say has been the biggest challenge you've ever faced in your career? And how did you overcome that?
As someone who spans these two areas, the organizational side and the more technical side, the biggest challenge, I think, has been presenting that as a positive. A lot of the times it's been the case where the organization side would read my organizational work and go, well, there's not so much there. And then the technology side might say, well, but there isn't the deep expertise in the technology. And to be able to share with folks the value of being able to do both. And, I think that took a while. And they talk about owning something. Now I really own that there are just a few of us who have enough interest and expertise in this crossing area that we can really bring some unique value to companies.
And they affect one another so deeply.
Well, that's certainly the claim. And, I wrote a book about it. I'd been watching for over 20 years organizations take on what I call a silver bullet approach. And I'm actually, working from someone else's phrase there. But that they would think that they could solve an organizational problem with a single thing. So they might say, if we had this CEO, this one person might fix everything. Or if we just bought this one technology tool, everything would be different. Or, if we installed, the fad of the month in terms of a leadership practice, then things are going to be amazing. And that is like fingernails on a chalkboard to me. Whereas if I look at, why was the iPod so fabulous, or why is an iPhone so amazing? And it's because it's this connection of the technical and the human and the organizational that really makes it sing. And since the 50s, people in my field had talked about things like that. But the problem is they called it socio-technical systems. And nobody's going to write a jingle about that. So I think it's an idea that got lost. And so the idea with the book, The Plugged-In Manager, was to bring those ideas forward into the current setting and say, this is something everybody needs to do every day. And, I've had the opportunity to give some talks where we talk about even kids. Kids today, the average age of a U.S. kid getting a cell phone is, I think, 9 years old or perhaps younger. They need to be thinking about, well, when's it appropriate to use this? What else might it do for me? How's this going to affect other people? So it is a skill to move ahead.